Oh, hey there.
Amazon Alexa has been around for what seems an eternity. And also, it has, over the last few years, seemed to have become pretty antiquated. Certainly compared to other sort of voice-controlled applications, software, hardware, and so on that's out there. It certainly feels like it's one of the poorer ones, one of the dumber ones. But when it came out, it was certainly one of the first, if not the first. And despite its limitations, it was, if you stayed within the limits of what it could do, relatively useful. For example, I would use it to control the lights. I would use it to control the irrigation in the garden. I would use it to look at the Ring doorbell. I would use it to control my RoboVac and my Robo mower, which probably says more about me than I care to admit. But here's the thing. Amazon have just in the US last year, I think either earlier this year or last year, launched the beta of Alexa Plus. And there was, they were saying for some time that they would always, bring that over to Europe and the UK. And we finally have that. In fact, it began a few weeks ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, maybe more. And I remember getting an invite for that in my email. But I think you can also just sign up online through the Prime membership website. It gives you the option if you look on Alexa devices and if but just be aware. It will try and push you to buy new hardware, because one of the reasons why I didn't initially go for it straight away is because my devices, if I can get my fingers in the right direction, are quite old. That's a few years old. I've got another one in my bedroom, which I think is maybe even older. And the assumption that I had, and certainly the sort of feel of what I was getting from the marketing spiel of what Alexa Plus is and the things that Alexa Plus can do, it kind of gave the impression that I needed the new hardware to do that, and I could only do that on the new hardware. Anything sort of in terms of the older stuff like we have in the background there, it just wouldn't work. Now here's the thing, that Alexa Plus works fine on whatever that is behind me, which I forget completely. I've also got another Alexa device in my bedroom and one downstairs. And all of them are varying ages, but all work absolutely fine with Alexa Plus. Perhaps there are certain elements of what Alexa Plus can do that maybe with the new devices that I'm not aware of. Maybe it's something to do with photos or analyzing photos, maybe. I don't know. But the main thing that I use it for, and I imagine the main thing that predominantly most people would use it for, is voice control in terms of the Amazon ecosystem and maybe some aspects outside of that, and control of things around the house if you have certain nerdy devices like I do. So one of the problems I always had with the original Alexa was that it would just be quite laborious in the fact that if you wanted it to turn the lights on and then change the color and then change the strength of that light and so on and so on, you had to do all these step change things where you'd have to say Alexa, 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 and so eventually you just think, oh fuck it. I'm just going to leave them where they are, and I'm just going to ask her to turn them on, and I'll do the rest in the app, or I'll just do it in the app anyway. So those are some of the things that I found with Alexa standard. The original one was just kind of a bit of a pain, really. But as long as you asked it to something relatively simple, in terms of turning something on or off, or setting a certain level of something, or maybe keep putting the heating at a certain temperature, it would do that fine. Now, this is where Alexa Plus, for me, makes a big difference, is that you don't have to do all this sort of step change sort of process thing with Alexa, where it just takes forever. You can do it more conversational. She replies back more conversationally also. And sometimes, she'll ask you, if you've asked for a particular action to be taken, she'll ask you, would you like something else to do with that particular action to happen? And this is where it's really clever. And that's where obviously the strength of AI comes in, and we're seeing that more and more. And obviously it's in beta at the moment, and it's going to get better, because with it being AI, it's going to train itself, and it's going to learn from all the information that's sucking the life out of all of us that Amazon are taking literally right now. You can see it glowing there like a bastard. So yeah, it's great for things within the ecosystem of Amazon. So, one of the things I do quite regularly is, if I'm looking for a particular thing online on my phone, I'll be doing some sort of, zoomy, pinchy, tappy nonsense on certain sort of search engines and so on, looking for a particular thing. And then I'll just ask Alexa to see if they have a particular item in a particular sort of this, that, the other. And it does it pretty well. And it also comes out with other recommendations and other alternatives, which is interesting. The other things I've found that just make life much easier is, as I've said before, with controlling lights and controlling other things. And in fact, you can tell it not necessarily to just control the lights. You can say in the same sentence, can you turn on the lights and turn on the irrigation and, do all this. And it knows what those particular items are. It doesn't have to do that sentence doesn't have to all relate to that one item. So that's really useful. But yeah, in terms of looking within the Amazon ecosystem, and obviously with Amazon, your Amazon account and everything to do with that, it's really good with that as well. You could always do that with the old Alexa, but it's always a bit clunky. Whereas this is a bit more, you can ask it more details about certain things and more questions about certain products, and get down to specifics and get ideas on what the reviews are saying. And you can do this obviously while you're doing something else as well. So that's kind of really handy. So I found what I have found is, since using the Alexa Plus beta, is that I've started to use it more. Whereas previously with the old Alexa, I would use it pretty much at night when I'm laying in bed for it to play an audiobook and then set a sleep timer to turn the lights off. That's pretty much what I used it for. Or maybe in the evening, I have an automation set up for it with the hue lights anyway. The cat's just come in. Girly! I would, get it to turn the lights on, or maybe dim them down or whatever. But, yeah, so you get a better sort of granular control with items that maybe you've got around your home that are linked to the Amazon Alexa device and all its things that it can do. But overall, initially, it's pretty good. It's a vast improvement on the old one. Huge improvement. If you get the opportunity to use it, do so. Even if you've got one of the older devices like I have behind, don't be fooled into thinking you need the newer ones. You don't. Perhaps, as I've said before, there's a thing that's only available on the newer devices. But considering I'm just, you're just talking to it and that information is being sent to its cloud, to the cloud where the, AI servers are, and then sending that back. There's very little to zero processing going on the Alexa device itself. The only thing is, you do need Amazon Prime. Otherwise, when it does come out from beta, it's going to be like £20. And who's going to pay £20 anyway? That's ridiculous. £20 a month. You may as well just get Amazon Prime and get it for whatever Amazon Prime is, which is half the price of that, I think. So yeah, if you've got Amazon Prime, great. It's a free bonus. You can sign up for it. You don't need the new devices, even if you've got an old one like I have, and a cute black and white cat is always a bonus. And yeah, overall, pretty good. Quite positive. Better than what I thought it would be. It's not crap. That's the main thing. Yeah, so here we are. Just look out for more reviews. The channel's back. I've decided to sort of invest heavily in terms of my time and everything else with this channel. I've realized that, damn, I'm 57 and I don't have a pension. Okay. I need to sort that out, don't I? So yeah, this is my pension. Welcome to my pension, everyone. So here we go. We're going to try and revive the channel. A lot of things that happened previously, I was caring for my mum. Unfortunately, she died last year. Various things with work at different places and so on. It just became impossible to keep the channel going with the limited time that I had available. Now I just want to devote myself to the channel, to you guys, and to get it going again. Get the momentum, get some oomph behind it once again. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that wonderful stuff. I'm pushing out some shorts. I'm going to be releasing some thoughts on the new TVs. Check the links in the description of the TVs and the other things that I will be looking into in the very near future. And you can see what they are. What I recommend in TVs, from high end to mid range to budget and so on, of all the 2026 TVs and soundbars and more. So take a look in the description. You can check them out. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Take care.